The Sandals Resort International SRI Group, led by hotel mogul Gordon Butch Stewart, has accused the Gaston Brown administration in Antigua of reneging on an agreement reached with the previous government. That deal, Sandals says, would have resulted in the transfer of a parcel of land adjoining the Grand Pineapple Beach Resort for no more than $3.5 million and concessions under the Antigua and Barbuda sales tax ABST. However, in a response detailing their discontent published in the Jamaica Observer on June 20, 2016, the SRI says it now understands the land may have been sold to others. In addition to arguing that the Antiguan government has breached the Treaty of Chaguaramas, the hotel chain is also threatening legal action to protect its reputation. Sandals has accused Prime Minister Gaston Brown of making, among other things, quote, two very serious and highly defamatory allegations. In a letter addressed to the Antiguan Prime Minister and published in the Jamaica Observer on June 17, 2016, the letter states, quote, alternative arrangements made with your government to replace the pineapple deal did not come to fruition. Not being able to realize our beaches project, we had no alternative but to sell that hotel. We are not allowed to undertake the beaches project. The resort would then have enjoyed the benefits of the host country agreement. In other words, Grand Pineapple in its current state did not qualify for ABST fiscal benefits under the host country agreement, and ABST was charged and accounted for at the standard rate, end quote. The letter continues, quote, the government of Antigua and Barbuda undoubtedly subscribes to the rule of law, and its action is unilaterally breaking a valid and binding agreement was to our mind a matter of national importance. Indeed, in this case, it also has regional implication, for its flies in the very face of the Treaty of Chaguaramas, which ironically was signed at the very hotel which is the subject of this dispute. The fact of the matter reached the attention of Her Majesty Opposition ought not to be a matter of concern. Now, CEEN Caribbean News caught up with the Antiguan Prime Minister at the recent CARICOM summit in Ghana, and while not revealing much about the talks at this stage, he said his government will not be strong-armed.
We have given an undertaking not to discuss this issue any further in the public domain. It's really an issue between a sovereign independent state and a taxpayer. But we maintain that the laws of the country must be adhered to by Sandals, by all other operators. And that is really the crux of the matter. And we expect to go through a period of negotiations very shortly. And we just hope that common sense will prevail and that they can understand that they cannot bully my government into submission, that they have to respect the laws of the country, that they have to comply with the laws of the country.
Regarding the dispute over whether Sandals is undercutting the sales tax, which should be charged to the guests and turned over to the government, the hotel says it bills guests the full charge and turns over the 12.5% collected to the government. Mr. Brown explains his concern.
Well, I think that we have a very strong investment climate in Antigua and Barbuda, easily one of the best within the Caribbean and beyond. We give very generous concessions. In fact, Sandals itself enjoys up to 25 years corporate tax-free status. They practically enjoy duty-free concessions in everything that they import into the country, including food and beverage. The dispute really is over the collection of ABST, which is a tax that is paid by their customers. And they have made a point that a former administration had allowed them to discount that amount by 65%. And we're saying that the agreement has no basis in law. It is illegal. For it to have had any form of legality, it had to go to Parliament.